Hello and welcome. Take a moment and settle into a comfortable position. There is nothing you need to do right now, except listen. Not actively, not with pressure, but with calm attention. Let the language come to you today. We begin a different kind of journey. This is not just about learning English. This is about refining your perception, training your ear, and expanding your ability to understand meaning beyond words. At the B2 level, you already understand a lot. You can follow conversations. You can watch videos. You can communicate, but sometimes fast speech feels overwhelming. Accents feel confusing, and meaning feels just slightly out of reach. This is the space between B2 and C1, not beginner, not advanced, but something deeper. At this level, improvement is no longer about learning more words, it is about learning how to listen differently. Let's explore that. Listening is not just hearing. Most learners believe listening is simple. You hear words, you understand them, and that's it. But real listening is more complex. When native speakers talk, they don't speak clearly, word by word. They connect words. They reduce sounds. They change rhythm. For example, did you eat becomes deja eat. I'm going to becomes I'm gonna. If you want to becomes if you wanna. At B2 level, you may know all these words, but when they are connected, your brain hesitates. So what do? Train your ear to patterns, not words. Stop listening for individual words. Start listening for patterns. Instead of trying to catch every word, focus on the sound flow. The rhythm, the tone, the intention. Listen to this idea. When someone speaks, your brain doesn't need every word to understand meaning. It needs enough signals. For example, I was kinda tired, so I didn't really go out last night. Even if you miss kinda or really, you still understand the message. This is how advanced listening works. Repetition changes everything at this level. Repetition is not boring, it is powerful. Listen to the same audio again and again. Each time you hear something new. First time, you understand the general idea. Second time, you catch more details. Third time, you notice pronunciation. Fourth time, you feel the rhythm. This is how your brain adapts. Passive listening versus deep listening. Let us make an important distinction. Passive listening is when you listen while doing something else. Don't focus deeply, just hear English in the background. This is useful, but limited. Deep listening is different. You sit, you focus, you observe. You notice how words connect, how sentences rise and fall. Where the speaker pauses. This is where transformation happens. Understanding meaning without translation. At B2, you still translate sometimes. At C1, you don't. Instead of translating, you feel the meaning. For example, I'm not really into that. You don't translate it, you just understand. I don't like it. This shift is critical. Learn to tolerate ambiguity. Here's something important. You don't need to understand everything. Advanced listeners are comfortable with uncertainty. They don't panic when they miss a word. They keep listening because they trust the context. Imagine listening like watching a movie. You don't understand every sentence, but you understand the story. That's enough. Train with real speech, not perfect speech. Textbook English is clean. Real English is messy. People interrupt themselves. They change direction. They use fillers. Don't avoid this. Train with it. Because this is real communication. Your daily listening routine. Let's build something practical. Every day, do this. Step 1. Listen, no subtitles. Just listen, don't stop, don't rewind. Step 2. Listen again with focus. Now, pay attention, try to catch more. Step 3. Repeat small parts, pause. Repeat, imitate. Step 4. Relax and listen again now. Just enjoy it. This simple routine can change everything. Growth takes time. You are not stuck. You are evolving. The gap between B2 and C1. It's not about intelligence, it's about exposure. The more you listen, the more natural English becomes. One day, you will notice something. You are no longer trying to understand. You just understand. Without effort. Stay with the process, keep listening, and let the language become part of you. Listening between the lines now. Let's go deeper. At this level, understanding words is not enough. You need to understand what is not being said. In real conversations, people don't always say things directly. They suggest, they imply, they hint. For example, I guess it's okay. Does this sound positive? Maybe, but sometimes it actually means I don't really like it. Or, that's interesting. This can mean I don't agree. I'm not convinced. This is called understanding meaning between the lines. Tone changes, meaning words are important, but tone changes everything. Listen to this sentence.
Yeah.
That's great. Now imagine it. With excitement gives it means real happiness. With a flat voice gives it means the opposite at C1 level. You don't just hear words, you feel tone. So when you listen, ask yourself, is the speaker excited? Are they bored? Are they being polite or honest? This awareness will change your listening completely. The role of emotion in listening language is not just information, it is emotion. When people speak, they carry feelings, frustration, excitement, doubt, confidence, and your job as a listener is to feel that. For example, I've been waiting for this all day. You don't just understand the words, you feel the impatience. This is advanced listening. Speed is an illusion. Many learners say, native speakers talk too fast. But here's the truth. They are not speaking too fast. Your brain is processing too slowly. And that's okay because speed improves with exposure. The more you listen, the faster your brain adapts. At some point, what felt fast becomes normal. The power of shadow listening. Let's take shadowing to a deeper level. Not just repeating words, but matching rhythm, emotion, energy when you listen. Don't just copy the sentence, copy the feeling. If the speaker sounds relaxed, you sound relaxed. If the speaker sounds excited, you match that energy. This builds natural understanding. Real-life listening simulation. Now imagine this situation. You are sitting in a cafe. People are talking around you. Voices overlap, sounds mixed together. At B2, this feels overwhelming. At C1, you filter what matters. How? You don't try to hear everything. You focus on key words, context, intention. Your brain fills the gaps. This is natural listening. Accents are not the problem. Many learners struggle with accents. British, American, Australian. But the problem is not the accent, it is unfamiliarity. The solution is simple. Expose yourself to different voices. At first, it feels difficult, then it becomes easier. Then it becomes normal. Chunking. The hidden listeners don't hear sentences word by word. They hear chunks. For example, instead of hearing, I don't really feel like going, you hear, I don't really feel like going. 1 unit. 1 meaning. Train your brain to hear chunks, not separate words. Listening for structure. Every sentence has a structure. Even fast speech follows patterns. When you listen, try to notice who is doing the action. What is happening when it happens? This helps you stay oriented. Even if you miss words, building listening stamina. Long listening can feel tiring. That's normal, just like muscles. Your listening ability needs endurance. Start with shorter sessions, then slowly increase time. 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes. Over time, your focus becomes stronger. Relaxed listening equals better understanding. Here is something important. Trying too hard makes listening worse. When you are tense, your brain blocks information, so instead, relax, let the sound flow. Don't chase every word, trust your brain. Final integration practice. Let's combine everything. Next time you listen to English, do this. Listen once, just to feel the general idea. Listen again, notice tone and emotion. Listen again, catch key phrases. Then stop. Don't overload yourself. Consistency is more powerful than intensity. Final thought. 2 are not just learning English. You are training your brain to understand a new way of thinking. This takes time, but it works. Every sentence you hear, it's shaping your understanding. Every moment you listen is progress. And slowly, without even noticing, you will reach a point where you don't translate, you don't struggle, you don't hesitate. You simply understand naturally. Keep listening, keep going. You're closer than you think.